Have you ever wondered why you can catch a Raichu in the wild in Generation 1? That's Pokemon Red and Blue. It's kind of strange that you can catch a wild stone-based evolved Pokemon in that generation, considering it's extremely rare to be able to catch stone-based Pokemon in general in Pokemon, but let alone Generation 1 where there's a lot less than the entirety collective of what we have today. So Raichu is Pikachu's evolution, and recently we got a lot of information regarding some unused Pokemon assets, meaning specifically Gorochu. Now, Gorochu's not the answer to every unsolved mystery in Pokemon, but in this case, I feel that Gorochu plays a massive part. So, when you get done with the game, when you beat the Elite Four, you can go to Cerulean Cave, and you can possibly capture a Raichu. If you beat the Elite Four, it's kind of a reward for you being able to go through the game. This is the end game, the post-game content, besides capturing the legendary Pokemon, Mewtwo being primarily one of them necessary for you to go through the cave to acquire. You can get Pokemon like Rhydon, you can get Pokemon like Electrode, Dodrio, and several other Pokemon within this cave. But you can also capture extremely rare Pokemon like Wigglytuff, Chansey, and Raichu. Why can you capture Raichu if it's a Thunderstone-based evolution? So Gorochu was detailed as Raichu's evolution. We know this is what they talked about. It was removed in favor of game balance. Balance in Generation 1, when we have Pokemon like Zapdos, Jolteon, Electrode, Magneton. At one point in time, I feel like Gorochu had to have been in the game. And that's why I recently did a theory about how on Cinnabar Island, there's an individual that will trade you a Raichu for an Electrode. The Raichu ended up evolving. Now that doesn't make sense because Raichu can't evolve in the game unless you factor in the fact that there is such a thing as Gorochu. Now, a lot of people say that's just a translation error, but I'd like to err on the speculation side, because how can you have a Pokemon removed in favor of game balance mechanics for being overpowered if you've never tested them out? You can't just say, hey, this Pokemon's going to be way too powerful without putting them in the game and at least testing them in some way, shape, or form. So I feel like Gorochu was in the game, which coincides to the Cerulean Cave. If you can capture a Raichu in the Cerulean Cave, a stone-based evolution, why? I feel like you can capture Raichu in the cave because Raichu originally didn't evolve based upon a stone. Originally, it evolved into Gorochu, and that was removed late in the game, so then instead they added in the stone-based evolution, and that was that. Which leads me also to believe that perhaps Wigglytuff had an evolution as well, which ended up getting dropped or redesigned, but they instead added in a stone-based evolution to him. This would be something for a second or third playthrough for someone who knew this was coming up so that they didn't waste their Moonstones on Jigglypuff early on. It really seems like Raichu was supposed to evolve into Gorochu, and there's a lot of evidence in the games to point to this being another one.